Hey everybody, it's twosernawithlove and welcome back to another video. Today's video is a video you guys always wanted me to do, but I've never done. I honestly have, this is only a stack, but every Jeffree Star palette, except for the pricked palette, I'm going to rate all the palettes, or from my least to my best. Honestly, not planned, nothing, so I'm actually just going right into it. I didn't want to just waste time sitting and looking at them and debating, so I'm gonna kind of go from what I know. And this is all my opinion. Everyone's opinions are different. If I sound a little off, I just woke up not too long ago and decided to record some videos. It's my last day off, so I'm like, I better get all these videos rolling and get up early, because y'all, I know you guys miss me. And so I'm going to try to do some pre-recorded content for you guys. So yeah, so we're gonna just dive in. I guess we're gonna go from like least favorite to most favorite, I guess you could say. I don't even know, to be honest. Like, oh, I have these palettes hidden. So many of them, jeez Louise. I don't know. Okay, that's rough. It's rough to say this is my least favorite. I'm gonna have to go with these two. Honestly, like, I don't dive into them. Luckily they were gifted to me and I'm gracious for that. But I don't dive into them. Doesn't mean they have bad shades. Like, I can already see a nice neutral look you could do with this, even with this purple. Ooh. But I'm not one to be like, let me grab these two palettes. I think I've done one look with this palette, maybe off camera. Both Beauty Killer and Androgyny. I don't know. I'm just not one to pick these palettes up. But maybe in a future video I'll be like, you know what, let's just dive in and do a neutral look with a pop of green or blue. And I mean, we have this shimmery black rainbow color, which is gorgeous. And you know what, we're just gonna swatch it, because why not? You know, that's gorgeous. I mean, it's patchy, but it's okay. That rainbow shift in there, pretty. So honestly, it's just gonna be this to this. So these are my least favorites. And then my next one would be, honestly, I don't know. What color did he take? Oh, he took no, he did. Oh, he took that lighter shade. Okay. The next one would be, honestly, like, I don't know. These are on the same realm as well. You know, I mean, you could do a look with them. This is like another Star Ranch palette right here. I don't know. I don't reach for them enough either. I don't want to put it back, since I only own 2 copies. But I'm like, it is a pretty shade. It is a pretty shade. So is the Simulation. This blue, pretty. This one I'm not touching. But this one we can swatch, because that blue is gorgeous. It is a pretty blue. And we're just going to swatch the randomest shades, or one quick shade that I think you know, I love from, I should say from each one, huh? Except for, I'm not going to swatch this one because I just don't want to ruin it. But let's see, androgyny. Honestly, let's try frosting because this shade is buttery. Didn't even realize it. Ooh, that's actually might be a nice highlight. Ooh, I might have to take this back. So these will be the next two. And if you guys already have a hint, Star Ranch is just, it has a gorgeous minty color. But is this my favorite? No. It is an odd palette. I mean, you can make looks with this. Yeah, of course you can make a look with any palette. You just gotta kind of really let the colors speak to you. So, yeah, I don't know. But Star Creek, I would like this in a single shade. And maybe we're gonna have to do a little look with that. I think I have an idea. Ooh, look, it's like look at that shift. All right, next one. I don't know what my next one is. Because now that more palettes came out, I'm like, this changes the order of things. Because as you get higher, you're like, oh, you get the most like one. But people are gonna hate me for this one. But Blood Sugar is probably down there. I know it is the most iconic, is most life-changing, game changer. You know, the palette style's different. I know it was iconic for the moment, but reds aren't my thing to blend. They are difficult for me, and I'm still learning. It is a pretty palette, and you know what? I forgot to bring a palette. Shame on me. I forgot one palette. Let me go get it. Because it's part of this collection. But so we have Blood Sugar. I mean, we have some good shades. I don't know why that one looks black underneath, but prick. I don't know what happened to this one. Must have dipped something else in there on accident. But, ooh, honestly, the shade Cavity, that's a good color. But also Root Canal, that's a good shade too. Color to swatch for you guys. I know it's not like I act like you guys haven't seen this palette. But yeah, I hate to say it. I just it's not a palette for me. I don't reach for it too often. Maybe for a spooky season with the reds. But I just don't reach for this. So, and then I know I don't have the white version, but I'm going to count that, you know, as the same because it's the same color scheme. So we have this list that's growing. Alrighty. Now, this has really good shades. I mean, it's going to be with the same, you know, tier. We'll just put this one above Blood Sugar because there's less colors to worry about. And we're going to swatch Wisdom for you. So I already forgot. Yeah, the Blood Sugar mini palette. So that's just what it's called. It's like that was a moment and then it disappeared. Woo. All right, so we have that wisdom moment right there. And in the description, if you guys want to let me know your list of least favorite to most favorite in the comments down below, let me know, because I'm curious too. I'm curious if we are on the same page or we're not on the same page. Like, I want to know. So the next least favorite would have to be the mini nude palette. You know, for YouTube reasons, we're not gonna say the name. But the mini nude palette, it's not because it's all shimmer, but I mean, say this was the only palette you got. I mean, I guess there's not really much of a look you could do. I mean, you could do an all shimmery look, but sometimes you just need a matte. But Eiffel Tower, this shade looks pretty. It is probably, I know everyone loves this shade, but between like Bathhouse and Eiffel Tower, I'm honestly like, and this is going to be old formula. I haven't tested the new one. I didn't want to mix them up. But look at that. Look at that. Actually, this could be like a matte because it's a very soft metallic color. But it's pretty. It's pretty. So that's that. And then we're getting to the good ones. Honestly, I know most people, this is probably your least favorite, but this is gonna be in the middle. It is an iconic moment because I was part of that. I stressed out. This is the OG first launch of this palette. And I don't even want to use it. And it's not even because I don't know how to use it. It's a very odd color scheme. But the way I look at it, you got your neutrals. You got a nude look. You can use it for contour. You can use a slight blush, highlighter. And you know, you guys already know my opinion. If you've seen my videos, you know how I see this. You got your colorful. You got your blush, color corrector with the orange. And then you have your nightlife. This is like for more, you know, I wouldn't say too gothy look, but you could do a dark night out look with these shades. And you have a black eyeliner, like, and then we have a nice pop of shimmer inside the eye. Yeah, controversial palette now. I mean, it's already a conspiracy, but drama with everybody in here now. But you know what? We are going to swatch Cheese Dust because I don't think I've ever swatched Cheese Dust. And let me just close that and we'll add that. And then we'll put Cheese Dust right here. There's Cheese Dust. Sorry if my swatches aren't that great. I'm not going to just deep dive into all of mine for a little swatch. Okay, now we're getting to the nitty gritty. Okay, I think we're gonna have to go with Bloodlust is the next one. She's bulky. It's okay. It's okay to be a little bulky. Little oddly shaped. It's okay. We were expecting more deeper purples. I understand there's purples in like every palette practically. Well, not every palette, but you know, there's a good mixture. And this was supposed to complement, but yeah, we wanted a good purple moment. It's an okay palette. I've only used it a handful of times as well. Honestly, this palette has a negative effect on me only because I had a bad experience, but I shouldn't blame the palette. It's not the palette's fault, people. But it is gorgeous. like Pink Magic, Wet Jewel, Take the Crown. Those shades are the like prettiest. But you know what? Right now, I'm gonna throw shade. But right now, somewhere along the lines, Betrayal has a rose, and this is a nice color. And I'm gonna throw, you know, people are gonna be like, what are you talking about? But I know in my head, and you know, certain people will know who I'm talking about. But like, that's pretty. That's a nice shimmery. There's just drama happening, and sometimes even when I'm gone, there's drama happening, and I don't even know what's happening. And to defend myself, I'm like, okay, this is what's happening, and let me deal with it. And that's it. We don't name call on this channel though. So next one, we're gonna put let's see. We're gonna put the fully nude palette. Now, it is a great palette. Don't get me wrong. I've used it quite a handful of times. I have reviewed this. It is a good, not just nude palette. It is a good contouring palette as well. Bronzing. Even just using it as like eyeshadow base. Eyeliner, you can use that. Eyebrow, you can put your you know, instead of a brow gel, you can just color them in with this palette. So many nudes. I don't know what color. There's just so many. You know what? I don't even know if it's gonna come up, but Silk Robe. So this shade up here, it's just calling me. It's like a powdery, like a light peach. Ooh, we're falling. Ooh, we're falling. Okay then. Yeah, it's very pale, so it's like not gonna really swatch. It's like, where is she? Alrighty. Oh my god. Alright, we're just gonna have to throw this one in there. Alien, she's up there, and I don't even use it because it's the only copy I have. This is honestly a really good palette. I should use it. I don't want to use it because I don't want to ruin it. Really some interesting shades. Really love Probe. This green is like no other. Even Phone Home. This kind of like a mauve taupe color. Good. Even this, oh look, I've never touched that, and I probably should. But we're gonna go with your typical swatch of Probe because, oh, I forgot how buttery that is. Even Space Cowboy. I mean, it kind of looks like the one from the mini nude palette, but look at that. I need more of that color. I need to start saying shade. I know you guys will be like, he keeps saying color. It's a shade. All right. So the next palette. It's kind of hard. We're gonna go with a mini breaker palette. This wasn't a top category in 2019 of mine because it was part of a duo that got me into all of this. But we're gonna put her next because there's some good ones coming. And I mean, it is a good small little take. You could tell I deep dived on this because it was one of my first palettes I've used to do makeup. So the shade Oral was my favorite. along with Slice, and Bite Me. But today, you know what? We're gonna swatch. You know, we're gonna swatch Oral, because we're gonna take it back to that moment I had with this palette. I'm gonna cherish it forever. Look at that. I guess I like purples. Sorry if I don't seem too ecstatic. It's early. Haven't had coffee yet. I'm debating on making some. I haven't yet. I probably should have brought a drink, but I didn't, so that's my fault. All right, so this was one of my favorites, but it's going to the bottom, not the bottom, but the next one up is Blue Blood. I still learning how to blend blues too, but the color story it's pretty. It is gorgeous. It is the same. You know, everything is gorgeous. All these palettes are. Ocean Ice, Ice Tray, Entitled, pretty much, I want to say these 6 shades in the middle are what do it for me. It's so funny because Cremated's right here, and later on, he made it a Cremate palette. But we also have Celebrity Skin, we have Blue Blood shade. I'm Cold is a highlighter shade. Ooh. Flourishing is gorgeous, and I think I'm gonna have to swatch that. I feel like I haven't swatched that, or yeah, I feel like I've never swatched that. Yeah, so Flourishing. Ooh. That's Flourishing. It really looks like a flourishing color. Shade. Oh, you guys, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm rusty. Thirsty. We need a Thirsty Part 2, and I don't think we'll ever get Thirsty Part 2. So close with all the mirrors, but I don't think we'll ever get another one, because these in the middle are different. And I actually got a palette that the stars aren't upside down. But now I kind of wish I did, because it'd be special, limited special edition. I've done a couple looks with this. One on camera, recorded a long time ago. And then I think I did a revamp of that. And then now I'm here. Honestly, the only shade I'm really wanting to swatch, besides the shimmers, I think we're going to swatch 2 from this palette. And we're going to do Quench. So we have Quench. And Snatch is a good shade, so it's this one. If you haven't seen this shade, oh, it is a sandy, well, not even a sandy, it's like a wine spilled on sand, if that makes sense. But I actually wanted to swatch Filthy Rich. It's like a gritty gel like texture of a highlight kind of thing. I don't know. Look at that. It is blinding. And it does have, it's gold and silver. And then we have the yellow. Ooh, that's, I mean, it's there. I gotta stop swatching over here. I can't twist my arm. Yeah, yellow's kind of there, kind of not. But I had to swatch it. It was just calling me. Maybe if I wet a brush and then do it. Alrighty, we're getting to the end here. We're getting to the end. Oh, I gotta prepare myself. So I gotta prepare myself. Honestly, okay, we're gonna put this one up next. So this is the fourth to last, or fourth to the top. It is the promo for this, I could not stop watching. I could not stop watching the promo, and even after, when he does like that, he was in the makeup office or whatever, the studio, and he's like screaming, and then he goes, and then he's a priest, and then it just the song, like that remake, and I don't know, that I love that video. I can just watch it over and over. The aesthetic of this, I wish I could do something like this. This is like a whole collection of this. Maybe one day, but this is top notch right here. And then it would have been cool, maybe you got 2 pages or front and back, but we have the one. Now, I don't know, just, I want to take it back to blood sugar. Pinks are a different story, and reds, but I do have troubles with reds. Some pinks I do. I have not done a pink look in a while. It's long overdue. I honestly only dipped into this once, besides maybe swatching it slightly, and that's it. But I also have been on a makeup hiatus, and I feel so bad. But I'll find that motivation again soon. Let's see. Let's swatch. We're gonna take it back. We're gonna swatch Beauty Killer. Take it back to my least favorite palette, Beauty Killer. I'm running out of hands. I'm getting it all over my shirt. So we have like that bubblegum. Well, not even a bubblegum. It's like a richer bubblegum. Revamped bubblegum. All right. Okay, yeah, this is going to be it. So, third up, would be Blood Money. This promo, too, was extraordinary and fancy, luxurious. This whole feel of it. And, I have a yellow. I got a yellow shade on there. I don't know. The clasp, not a fan of, though. But other than that, I've used this actually a handful of times, because you could kind of see how hard I dipped into a few of these pans. And we're going to actually swatch Divine Intervention, because this powdery white with the green. Let's see if we can get some more. You have that white, but you have that electric green, glowy green. It is gorgeous. Just love to use that in my inner eye. You know what I've never noticed? Secret Stash looks like Probe. Look at that. Am I the only one that noticed that? Oh, it makes me want to swatch it, but I can't. I mean, I could, but... I just want to play with makeup now. All right. Have you guessed what my #1 palette is? Have you guessed it yet? Have you... You're probably like, I don't even know how many more palettes are there. Unfortunately, I don't have the Prick palette. And I released, well, I'm thinking about the past. I haven't released a video, but I am going to release it because, I mean, for me, it's a little more emotional, or it was a little emotional. But I have to reorder everything, or I already did at this. I don't know, but we're going to get Prick Palette one way or another. So we'll do the second. We'll do the second to most favorite palette. Cremated. Oh, she dusty. This is dusty. Out of all these, this one was dusty. It's ashy. It's ashy. That's what it is. This I've had so many moments with. I've had giveaways after giveaways. I want to say 3 giveaways. I've used this a good amount of times. These new wet shimmers or glitters, they're very, very, I don't know, just very buttery. Honestly, I want to dive into Diamond Ashes, but I'm actually not. We are going to do, it's like I want to do a muted gray, but Death Certificate is Calling My Name, which is up here. Oh, look at that. Oh, my God. I don't even know where to swatch this. Ooh. I should have just painted my face like this, but here are all the swatches. Yeah, this, I mean, this was a moment on its own. If you guys all remember this during 2020, like, yeah, it just came out the wrong time, but it was already in the works. And yeah, like, you can't deny how good this is. So, have you guessed what my number 1 palette is? Have you? Did you ever guess? Did you think out of all these crazy things that the Jawbreaker palette is my number 1 favorite still? First of all, look at all these colors. So many. I honestly need to take a moment back and dive into this palette again. I learned a lot from this palette. I remember I took a brush and dipped in, did only under here, dipped in, did it over here. That's it. And I did that, and I thought, oh, look. But I was getting used to having eyeshadow on my face. But this palette's what started this massive thing. And I really, really appreciate it. This moment, this whole collection is what started it all. And I'm grateful. I'm grateful because I've talked to and made friends with so many of you guys. And yes, I'm in a little rut right now, but we all get that. And I will be joining the YouTube space again soon. Slowly doing videos and finding the time and whatnot. So this palette, we are going to dive into, let's see what kind of, we've done all like the same colors. You know, the shade Delicious doesn't quite flow, but we're gonna swatch it because I could tell I've never really used it. So we have Delicious, but we also have Raspberry, which I haven't used either. We have Raspberry, and we're gonna dip into Schneck because why not? Why not? Let's dip into all 3 shades because this is the finale. And let's just find. So we have Raspberry, we have Delicious. Oh, that didn't swatch well. And then we have Schneck. Oh, Schneck is my favorite. And there you go. That is my list of palettes. I can't even carry them because I had to separate the pile because one fell. Anyways, but this is the baby right here. And then obviously we have the opposite. Obviously it had to be these 2 together. But there you go. We have from least to best. And I want to know what your order of palettes are, of what you have, or even, you know, even if you don't have it and you know your opinions, I want to know. And let me know what one shade, and it's going to be a long comment, what's one shade from each palette you like. I'm curious. I'm very curious. Maybe I'll do a look with one each palette, you know, or something. Maybe I should just do a whole look with all these. Imagine I just set myself up for disaster. Have the Infinity Gauntlet with eyeshadow shades. Anyways, I'm gonna let you guys go. It's too early to be throwing jokes. But I hope you like this video. Please don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Go subscribe. Go share my videos. I really, really appreciate your love and patience for everything. And I will see you guys on the next one very soon, hopefully. Bye.